Fox Hallow Fam. I'm Dave and welcome to Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. You know, several years ago I made a trip to New Orleans, Louisiana, and one of the great things about that place, of course, is all the ethnic food that they have around there. There's Cajun, there's Creole, there's stuff that you can't find just about anywhere else. So today I'm going to show you how to make a traditional New Orleans style dish. We're going to make jambalaya from scratch, starting with sausage, chicken, shrimp, and vegetables, and we're going to do it all in one pot. So if you guys are ready, then let's have some fun.
All right, Dave, so what are you doing here?
Okay, the first thing we're going to do to make our jambalaya is I have about a pound of chicken tenders here that I've chopped up into bite-sized pieces. We're going to add to that about a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. We'll add more later. And we're just going to coat this chicken. We're going to toss it to coat the chicken.
Okay.
Get it nice and coated here. That smells really good. If you don't have Cajun seasoning, you can make your own. It's basically paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper.
Whatever you want to kind of throw in.
Yeah, whatever you want to put in it. There's recipes online for it if you need to make it yourself. Okay, that looks nice and coated. And then we are going to move to our stove. Then we're going to take our chicken that we coated in Cajun seasonings and we're going to put it in a stock pot here over medium heat with a little oil in the bottom. And we're just going to brown this till it's no longer pink. Just until it's done, and that's it. Let it cook in here for a few minutes. Alright, this chicken is looking really good here. I'm going to remove the chicken from the pot and put a little more oil down. And then we'll move on. Okay, now as you can see in the same pot that I did the chicken in with a little more oil, I'm browning some andouille sausage that's already been cooked. And I've sliced it into little coins here. And we're just going to fry it up so that it's a little bit browned, and that's it.
Okay, now do you prefer a spicy andouille or a sweet andouille?
Oh, spicy, definitely. That's what goes with the jambalaya. This jambalaya isn't that spicy, but it's a little bit. It's got a little kick to it, as it should have.
Now, is jambalaya a stew or is it some more of a dish?
It's more of a rice dish. It shouldn't be that much liquid. There should be, most of the liquid is soaked up by the rice when we get there.
Okay.
So it's mostly a rice dish, not so much liquid in it.
Alright, that sounds great.
And the jambalaya is a one-pot meal. As you can see, I'm using the same pot that I made the chicken in to brown the sausage. And that's just the way we're going to stay the whole way through. You're just going to use the one stock pot to do everything in.
Alright, sounds great. And now it's the more you know.
And the more you know. Alright, we're going to move on here. Alright, this sausage is looking really good. I'm going to take it up and put it with our chicken now. Okay, then add a little more oil over medium heat, and we're going to add about a half an onion, diced up, or a small onion, whole small onion. A yellow and a red pepper, again diced up, and 2 to 3 ribs of celery, also diced up. Now this combination of onions, peppers, and celery in Cajun cooking is known as the Holy Trinity. Normally you use green bell peppers for jambalaya, but our local Mega Mart did not have any green peppers that looked very good, so we are using the red and yellow peppers, which looked fantastic, so we're going to use those instead. But feel free to use whatever color. It's all the same. We need a nice color here. We're going to stir these in our pot until they soften, about 4 to 5 minutes, before we move on. Okay, this is cooking nicely over medium heat. The liquid from the veggies has deglazed the bottom of the pot, as you can see, and those spices from the chicken and the sausage are now coating the veggies, and we're just going to do these a couple more minutes until they're softened, and everything will be great. All right, our veggies are getting pretty soft here. It's been about 4 to 5 minutes. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add another tablespoon of the Cajun seasoning, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, minced, and a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Not very much. You can omit the pepper flakes too. And we're just going to stir this for another minute to get it coated. Alright, that's pretty good. And we're going to add to that a cup and a half of uncooked long grain rice. And we are going to stir the rice in and just toast it with the vegetables for another minute over medium heat. Okay, that's perfect. And to this, I'm going to add 3 cups of chicken broth. That's 2 and 3. And about 14 or 15 ounces of crushed tomatoes. I have here a 28 ounce can. I'm going to use only about half of it. And there we go. Mix this all together. Make sure I'm scraping the bottom of the pan. And we're going to bring this up to a simmer. And we're going to cover it and simmer it for 7 to 8 minutes over medium heat. Well, now that this has been simmering here for 7 to 8 minutes, the rice is only about halfway done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add back in our chicken and sausage from earlier. Doesn't that look good? And we're going to put these in here and stir it until it mixes together. Now at this point I also want to mention that Fox Hallow is going to have our cookbook out probably sometime in July this year. And what it's going to be is I'm picking 15 recipes that are my favorites. Todd is picking 15 of his favorites. And then we're making the rest a viewer's choice. Another 20 recipes to make 50 altogether that are going to be like a viewer's choice. We have online at our Facebook page where you can vote for your favorites. We have a list of about 35 different ones that to choose from. And we're going to pick the top 20, and that'll go in our cookbook as well. So check that out. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in some shrimp. I have about 10 or 12 ounces of uncooked shrimp. You want these deveined with the tails off. We're going to stir these into our pot. Turn the heat down to low. And we're going to cover it and let the shrimp cook in the hot jambalaya for about another 5 minutes. And then they should be done and the rice should have all the liquid absorbed at that point. So I'm going to throw this in here. I'm going to put a lid on our pot and we're going to wait another 5 minutes. And now comes the best part, the taste test. I'm going to get a little bit on a spoon here. Oh guys, that is fantastic. Just the right amount of spice, and the shrimp and chicken hit it off perfectly. You guys are going to love this. Enjoy. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you all for joining us and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, always remember, good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. We'll see you soon.
If you like this video or any of our other videos,
be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.